Welcome to my very unfinished living room. I got this electric fireplace, which the heat is not on. Don't worry about the plushies. And I just felt like this was right for this video, so here we are. Hey guys, and welcome back to the channel. So it's that time of year again. Hopefully, assuming I upload this on time. Ideally, this will go up before the New Year's, where I recap and talk about all the games that I played this year. And this is going to be a long one, so please grab yourself something cozy, put on some comfy pajamas, like we're just vibing today. But I played a lot of games this year, more than any other year that I can at least remember. So I do have my handy dandy Chromebook to help me remember everything, and I did try to order them this year, like from least favorite to most favorite, like game of the year. That being said, this isn't objectively like what's the best game on this list. It was kind of more so what I was most excited to be playing and have the most fun with at the time. So it's not which one's objectively the best, which, you know, is an opinion anyway, but some of these games I would definitely like rank higher on an overall thing, but I had played them before, so they were like a little lower, if that makes sense, because I wasn't as excited to play them. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's how I organized this year's video. Some of it, looking at it now, I might have reorganized a little bit, like just on how I'm feeling right now. You know what I mean? So if I know how to count, I beat 27 games this year and I played 34. But I don't know if I counted my honorable mentions. I don't think I do. I tend to like to have an honorable mentions section because this is kind of games that I just play all the time or played a little bit, and it just doesn't really need a whole chapter. So we'll just go ahead and run through those real quick. I played a little bit of Vermintide 2. That game's great. Deep Rock Galactic. Y'all know I talk about that all the time. And I actually have a Deep Rock Galactic video that should be coming in the next couple months. I played Animal Crossing Pocket Camp for a while, got so addicted to it I had to delete it and my save off of my phone because it was a problem. I'm realizing you can't see my hat because I'm too tall. I should like relax back here a little. I hope you can hear me. I wanted to get the whole vibe in. Pokemon Go, you know, a staple. Animal Crossing New Horizons, which I thought about giving its own section. I don't think I did. But I started a new island and I was playing it like a lot, so it kind of deserves its own spot, but I think I'm gonna save it for next year and try to put all my opinions together there because of the update coming out. Kirby's Pinball, which I do have a copy of. I played this for approximately 10 minutes because I bought it, and it's the worst Kirby game, at least that I've played. Oh, I had Animal Crossing too to show off. I did bring any of the physical games that I had in here so I could have something to hold. And then I bought Pokken Tournament, and me and Ryder messed around with that for like a day or two. And it was fun. It's fine. It was like $10, so I'm like not mad about not spending much time on it, you know, but this is going to be hard too because I didn't organize the games I talked about. I'm gonna have to find each one. Like I organized them in front of me and I have like a list, but then I have to go find them in the list. I'm very efficient. I organized them in order that I actually played them. This is so sad. Okay, first, oh no, I scrolled away, please. Okay, so like I said, we are starting least favorite to most favorite, or maybe least excited, most excited. And at the bottom comes poor old, this is going to like get some hate, I think. Sonic Mania, Team Sonic Racing. I have mentioned it before in videos that I have never played a Sonic game. Well, I finally did, and I heard Mania was great. Like, it looks really cool. I was really excited to get into it. I got this on sale and everything, and I hated it. I hated how it controlled. It was just frustrating. It was really short. I didn't even beat it, but it, you know, which, you know, I'm fine with like older style games being shorter because that's how they were, but I don't know. It's like the look of it, the music and everything, like incredible. Like it had such a vibe, but like it was way too overstimulating. Like I could feel it depositing like ADHD into my brain, I think. It was frustrating more than fun. Maybe it's just because I'm not used to it. I don't know. Should I give it a second try? I didn't even care about Team Sonic Racing. I played it for like 5 minutes and I'm like, I would just play Mario Kart. I didn't know what any of the items even were supposed to be when I'd pick them up, because it's like they were all blobs. I just got a bunch of blob guy things and I'm just like, I mean, I could see someone also being like, what's a mushroom? Like in Mario Kart, why does it not make you big? Well, I guess one does, but you get it, it's just, not my culture, probably. And I didn't like, at least if you could drift, I didn't figure it out. In the 5 minutes I played it, like I said, I didn't care about the Team Sonic Racing part. I cared about the Sonic Mania, and I don't know, I was let down. Sorry, Sonic gameplay's not fun to me. Apparently. I think if I don't like Mania, there's no hope. Next is another unfortunate one, and I'm already like, should I give this another chance? Every time I reach forward to get a game, my camera freaks out. That's unfortunate, but this one makes me really sad. It's Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story. I know. I think this is a lot of people's favorite Mario and Luigi. It doesn't help that I have like medical phobias, like, I don't know, talking about like blood vessels, like it makes me want to die, and being inside of Bowser and like so much of the levels like being fleshy and like gross, I don't know, like I hated that. The controls, like, I think it's an interesting idea. I couldn't really get used to it. I probably could have if I had played this longer. I didn't beat this either. But oh my god, Starlo will not shut up. Like, we complain about modern Nintendo having like the never-ending tutorials. This game is just all a tutorial. Like, that's all it is. And it's like every 2 seconds, Starlo's there like, hey, press this button like this. And you can skip some of the tutorials. Some of them I felt like I did need to do since I had never played a Mario and Luigi game before either. So I'm also kind of let down by that because I really wanted to get in this series, but now I don't know if I will. Because I know this is a lot of people's favorite in the series, but... And I feel like the combat just like drags on. Like, there were so many fights that I was like, I've done this a million times. It's the same exact loop. Like, stop. But it's like, I love the personality of it. I love the writing and everything. I love that, like, Luigi in it. I love Luigi, and he makes me so happy in this game. He's so cute. It's like, I feel like it picks up a little bit more as you go on, but I'm trying to remember where I even got to. It was like a little bit after, Bowser like fights that tower and like has the ray thing where you can like turn it on and off to see inside of him, and at that point I did end up watching more of it in a Let's Play whenever I decided I was dropping it because I wasn't really having fun. Just because I wanted to see how it ends, but I haven't finished that Let's Play yet, so. But yeah, the combat, the pacing, I dropped it. I'm sorry. Next we have Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, and this makes me sad that it's so low, because whenever this came out, I did really have fun with it, but I dropped it like on 2 separate occasions because I just kind of got bored. So this year, in my year of finally trying to, you'll notice a lot of these games are Nintendo games. I've been trying to catch up on my Nintendo backlog because, oh my god, I'm so bad about just like getting really addicted to like Skyrim, World of Warcraft, or The Sims and just playing that all year. So I've been trying to catch up because I love Nintendo games. So I was like, I'm gonna finally beat Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. And this just wasn't made for me, you know what I mean? Like, this was made to bring in the Pokemon Go people to the mainline Pokemon games, which is all well and good. I hated the catching system a lot. Like, it was really annoying to me. I feel like it wasn't, like, responding. I mean, maybe it's just a skill issue. A lot of these complaints could just be skill issues, but I noticed, like, excellent throws, like, never seemed to matter. They would, like, always break, but if I got a great throw, it would work, and I thought that was weird. I don't know if anyone else had the same problem, but it's very simple, too, which is fine for what it is. Yeah, I have a note down, too, that I'm not convinced the berries would work right, either, because it would start being, like it would start off, it was an orange circle, and then I'd feed it a berry, and then all of a sudden it was a red circle, and I'm like, did I make it harder to catch? Like, what's going on? So it seemed like a little bit glitchy there, and my Eevee was so busted that it's like all I used in fights, and I don't know, it just wasn't like very interesting. But I did beat it. I did finally beat it. I didn't do the end game. I didn't do that part, but it's like, it's very cute. It's just, it's not for me, you know what I mean? And then next, I think we'll have another one that might, like, I feel like people could agree with Pokemon Let's Go not being that great, but a lot of people like, I only have the cartridge, I need to get the case still, but a lot of people like Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Hear me out. I liked the gameplay for the most part. I had fun playing it. I did. But there were things that got in the way, which I'm sure you know already what I'm talking about. However, I did play this on my Switch too, so it ran pretty much fine. It was still janky as all hell. But whenever you're playing through Pokemon Violet and at the same time your husband is playing Luigi's Mansion, and you can't help but notice how much better Luigi's Mansion 1 looks compared to Pokemon Violet, which Pokemon's like the largest game franchise. Like, I am not a graphics person, like, at least not a snob. Like, I do appreciate good graphics. I appreciate mostly, though, a good art style, and this game did not have it. Because, like, games like Wind Waker or World of Warcraft, I feel like have aged a million times better than other games that tried to be realistic for their time. And I think they always will. This wasn't trying to be that, but it was just ugly. And I hated that, like, the exploration felt really hollow, because it felt like people, or the developers, just took a handful of Pokemon and a handful of items and just, like, chucked them at the world, and they were just, like, stuff was, like, everywhere. And, like, kind of without reason. I didn't like that. And oh my god. I have never cringed at a Pokemon game until this year. The storylines and the characters are all so cringy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I was dying the whole time. Have I outgrown Pokemon? I don't know. I think this would have made me cringe as a kid, too. But the whole, like, we're not bad guys. We're just bullied, and like the predictableness of like who certain characters were, and the rival was so like, I don't know, one-sided too. Like, it's a Pokemon game, like they don't have to be the most fleshed out, but like just maybe a little. I did like the little like a certain someone being dead at the end. That was kind of funny. I hope I'm not spoiling stuff. I'm trying not to. I haven't even looked at my notes yet on this game. I'm just able to rant about it. This has been a recent one I played through. Like, oh, ooh, that streamer character could have been such a cool concept. And why did she talk like that? Anyway. Yeah, characters are unlikable, definitely. Ending had some cool concepts, but I feel like they fumbled it. I didn't get to the in-game stuff on here either because I wanted to play more of a certain game that came out in November, which, if you know me, you probably know. Ooh, a big one. I don't think Pokemon games should be open world. I'm gonna say it. I don't think they should. I like the concept. I was excited for the concept, but maybe if they had done it more like how Skyrim does it, where it kind of gives you a proper, like, here's the path to go, but also things kind of scale around you. You get what I mean? What would end up happening is I'd end up in an area and I'd level my Pokemon high enough to be in that area, and then I was like way over leveled for everything else, so I'd just like breeze through the game. Either that or I'd stumble upon, which this was rarer, but it did happen, an area that I felt like I was supposed to be in, but then everything was like way higher level than me, and like, they at least didn't do it well. I'll give them another chance at open world Pokemon, but I don't think they need to make every game open world. I'm gonna say it. And I like open world games. And what really peeved me was the nurse doesn't even like point you in the right direction whenever you talk to her. Like, what's the point? Like, I didn't know where to go at one point, and she pointed me to like the Dragon Titan, and I looked it up and that I was not that level yet. I also hate the character design. It's just like too much. It's just too much. I don't know. I could probably ramble about this. I had fun playing it. I liked my team. Smoliv and Tarantula are like some of my favorite Pokemon. Like, I literally picked up Crochet to learn how to make a Tarantula plush because not enough merch of him exists. Anyway, I need to move on. Next, I have something I can't show you, but I have World of Warcraft Cataclysm. And I don't know if I've talked about it this much on, or that much on this channel before, but I've been working on getting Lore Master in World of Warcraft, which is just an achievement where you play through all the expansion storylines to their entirety. And Cataclysm is this low, I wasn't playing World of Warcraft when I played, or when Cataclysm was a thing. I started in Shadowlands. Cataclysm is this low, not because, like, I don't know, like, the world revamp was cool. I do wish they'd do another one, because it's weird the world's still stuck in Cataclysm era, but, it was just so, like, broken apart that it was kind of hard to follow. Like, the actual zones in Cataclysm, like the new zones, are so spread apart that while I was doing Lore Master for Eastern Kingdoms and Kalimdor, I was just kind of doing Cataclysm as I was going, and I had one last zone that I needed to do for Cataclysm, and I did that this year, and that's why it made it to this list. I don't think it flowed very well is the main thing. I won't ramble about it forever. Though I guess I should at least look at my notes, huh? Yeah, I just had to finish Twilight Highlands, apparently. I have Cataclysm was fun, and this is probably my fault for not playing it in order and at different times. But yeah, it just seemed like a grab bag of quests and was kind of just mid. And it was janky. But I did love the dwarves in Twilight Highlands. That was cool. But then all of a sudden I was like, with a bunch of druids, and there was like this big evil butthole in the ground, and I was confused. I'm gonna say it. I was kind of confused. Next we have Unpacking, which is another game I have on Steam, so I can't show it to you. It wasn't, like, I was really excited for this game, because I love organizing stuff. Like, I personally love unpacking and whatnot. Like, whenever we moved, I got our house set up in like 2 weeks, because it's very satisfying to me, and I did most of it by myself. Just because that's what I wanted to do. I love decorating and whatnot. But this just wasn't very satisfying, unfortunately, like I thought it would be. It was too picky about where things went. You know what I mean? Like, it didn't feel like I was allowed to solve where things should go, but the game was like, no, you have to put it in this exact spot, more like it was a puzzle. Like, it let you have a little wiggle room, but some things were just, like, annoying me because the logic was not there. Oh, yeah, I specifically said I'm too picky about stuff being put away nicely. As much as I love decor, I don't like clutter, if that makes sense. Like, leaving even our toaster on the counter is too much for me. I don't get it either. But I specifically wrote, I am too picky about stuff being put away nicely, and I had to leave out too much because these bitches don't have any storage. They had no storage, and it's like, girl, I relate. We have one tiny room, pretty much, that we're able to use as storage. But you know what I do? I get rid of crap I don't need. But it was cute. It was cute. Kind of cheesy, but meh. Next we have LA Noire, which I actually watched Ryder play, but I watched him play the whole thing through, so I feel like that counts. But we didn't actually play most of it this year. We just beat it this year. We had played it like years ago. And whenever I made my Shelf of Shame, this was one of them on there, so Ryder decided to finally beat it. And I think it would have ranked higher if we had played it all the way through, but we found, at least this year playing it, we were kind of confused, like we weren't able to follow the story as well, which was frustrating. It was really fun to watch, and I love the stupid, like, face, like, guilt mechanics. Like, it gets kind of ridiculous, but just a fun little game. I'd recommend it, but play it all the way through. Don't take a years-long break. Next, okay, I have both, but I only have the case for Heart Gold, which is unfortunate because these games are expensive now, but I actually played SoulSilver, which I do have on Kart, just wanted something to hold that was big. I think this is going to offend some people that this is this low down too, but I feel like this would have hit harder if I was a kid and I had more time to put into it. Like, I didn't remember, like, I grew up with Pokemon Sapphire. That was my childhood game. I do, like, my earliest memories are of 2nd gen Pokemon, like the anime and whatnot, though. It's just the first one I ever had that was mine, that I was allowed to play all on my own, was Sapphire. And I don't remember it being as grindy as this was. Like, maybe it was, but I had more time for it when I was a kid. Why did they add spam calls, though? That is my first note. Why did they add spam calls? You're gonna see there is a theme that I hate it when games interrupt you to talk to you. Like with Bowser's Inside Story, there's a big one coming up, like, maybe next. It might have a couple of digital games in between, but, like, why'd they do that? I hate that. I specifically wrote that I hate Stantler. I kept getting stomped on by Stantlers. But yeah, I forgot how grindy early Pokemon games were, much more noticeable as an adult with responsibilities. But I did write that I really love the music, and I love Gen 2 Pokemon. Like, I really like the Pokemon designs and whatnot. I like the city designs and whatnot too. Like, Goldenrod was really cool. I played, like, I'd tinker around a little bit on Gold and Crystal versions when I was a kid, but they weren't my copies, so you know how it is, younger sibling syndrome. So I feel like this is definitely a good remake of those. I just don't think at the time I was enjoying it as much as I had hoped that I would. I did also write that it felt very slippery to control, but I think the problem with that is I was playing on a 3DS instead of a DS, and I feel like it was just kind of the joystick not, like, quite translating well, you know what I mean? So I'm not gonna hold that against it. I wish I had more fun with this. I still enjoyed it, but... Okay, yeah, the next one is the game I was talking about, where there are too many dang phone calls. I hate Professor Egad, like, he was fine in the first one. He harassed me in the third, and now I've finally gone through, well, I tried to beat the second one. I haven't actually been saying what I beat. I did beat SoulSilver, but I didn't go to Kanto at the end, which is kind of unfortunate. I was just kind of done with that point. I think I wanted to play something else. Anyway, I didn't beat this, and it kind of makes me sad. But I hated this game when it first came out. Like, I'm a huge fan of Luigi's Mansion 1. Like, it's one of my favorite games. I grew up with it, love, adore that game. But I hate the level-based design in this, but I feel like, weirdly enough, playing 1, dabbling in this, and then playing 3 and going back to this was the right move. Because I could tell, like, 3 feels more like a blend of 1 and 2. 2 feels like a huge variation from 1. But if you put this after playing 1, 3, and then 2, it feels like stepping stones. Given it's stepping stones, like, degrading down. Like, maybe you should play it in the other direction, but it takes you out of the immersion. I love exploring the mansion in the first one, and this just didn't feel like a real place. It felt too levelly, and it quite literally was. Like, you getting sucked in and out of the zone was just frustrating, in my opinion. And, like, I feel like playing it through this time, I definitely was having a good bit more fun with it. I do think I'd enjoy it more if I had the Switch version, because I feel like being on a 3DS screen, and I have a new 3DS XL, that's what I play on, I still feel like the screen was too small, so I feel like if I had this on Switch, maybe it'd be better. But I just felt like I kept missing a bunch of stuff because I couldn't see it, or I was, like, straining my eyes trying to look around. But I noticed around, I think it's the 4th level, the ice level, it feels like things started really going downhill because I encountered a glitch, and then if you played this game, I've heard it's easier if you play it on Switch too, which is another reason maybe I'd enjoy it more, but if you've played this, you know about the boss in the ice level, which is on 2 timers, which are too fast, and it's janky controls. Like, at first I thought it was a really cool concept, and then it was not fun at all past the first round, so I dropped it, and I've been watching a playthrough. I'm almost done. I've just played this. Like, I picked it up around Halloween, but it was taking me a while to play through it because of other games I was playing at the same time. But I just dropped this, so I just started watching the playthrough. The last mansion looks so cool, and I'm kind of sad I dropped it, so maybe someday I'll pick it up on Switch and give it another try, but it's fine. It's fine. Play the first one, though, or the third one over that one. Next, we have another second game, and I should have taken it out of its case. Will I be able to? These cases always sass me. Yes, I can. We have Kirby's Dreamland 2, which you can hardly see anyway because of the glare. I really liked it. Like, I had fun with it. I like older Kirby games. I mean, I like Kirby games in general. This one was hard. This one was mean. Like, probably the hardest of the Kirby games. Like, I think it's the hardest DDD fight in particular. Because I got there and I had to look something up, and I realized that there's like a little collectible in this called the Rainbow Drops. And I realized to get to the true boss fight, you had to get all of the Rainbow Drops, and the rest of the game was fun. That part, most of them were not fun to get. Like, literally, like, some of them, you would have to look up how to do it. It was like borderline glitchy, like glitching it out almost. It was weird. It was overly complicated. And then I played this on an actual Game Boy. So, you know, not backlit or anything. Like, vanilla Game Boy. You're gonna tell me the boss fight was a dark enemy on a dark background? Who did that? Who did this to me? Sakurai? I don't know. Like, I could not see him. I also feel like it's kind of a good stepping stone between Kirby's Adventure and Kirby and the Crystal Shards, because I had both of those when I was a kid. I didn't have this one, but this one feels like, I don't know, like it explains the Animal Friends, which is a big one. I'd never played a game with the Animal Friends in it, which was nice. The Animal Friends they show up in the Rock Cutter ability in 64, so they're not really there, but I don't know. This is a part of the whole Dark Matter trilogy, so it kind of makes sense that it kind of feels like it blends those games together a little bit more. It feels like an evolution of the series, like with the UI, the bosses, the enemies, that sort of thing, while still kind of looking like Adventure. I don't know if that makes sense. My bangs are too long. It's driving me crazy. But yeah, it was good. It just... Woohoo! I also, whenever I bought it, I asked the guy if the battery in it was okay, and he let me test it, because he said he'd give me a discount if the battery wasn't okay. And it was just okay enough that it lasted in between me turning it off and on again, but the battery in this is messed up, so I had to finish it in one sitting too, which was kind of stressful. So I may have enjoyed it more if I could have saved. I have 20 minutes left to record this before my phone storage is full, and I don't think I'm gonna beat that timer, I'm gonna say it. Next we have Princess Peach Showtime, which I think is actually the first game I played this year. Oh no, apparently it's the second. I wrote a lot about it. Like, you can tell, I started noticing how many games I was playing, so I made the synopsis was a little shorter. And I definitely need my notes for this one because it has been a bit, but I put that it was fun but kind of irritating in places. I really like the concept and the abilities are fun to use. I like how different they all are. But if you're trying to 100% it, which I was at first, it's kind of annoying that you have to like replay. I mean, a lot of games are like this. I don't know why it stuck out to me in this game in particular, but having to replay it all just to get that one little thing right, I don't know, kind of annoying me. I know Mario games are just like that, but I think it annoys me in a lot of them. So yeah, there's like some that it was kind of random too, like you just have to take a certain path to get it, and it was like auto-scrolling really fast and you had to make quick decisions, and it gave you no like hint at where the little star things are. I don't even remember what they're called. The gyms, that's what I put. I love the music, I love the sound design. It is so like, even though it's a new game, like it felt nostalgic to me. Oh, and all the guides suck for it. I don't think they cared about this game, because like at some of the later levels I looked stuff up and they were just like incomplete or wrong. I put that the later levels feel shorter as well. But yeah, I didn't end up 100%ing this because once you beat the boss, like if you get all the gems, there's still like you have to go through and replay everything again, and I hate it when games do that. So I haven't done that yet, but maybe someday. But it's good, it's cute, it's simple, but it's fun. It does what it was made to do. Next we have New Super Mario Bros., which I did enjoy when I was a kid. I mean, I still do. Like, it's kind of like middle of my ranking, but I played a lot of good games this year. I don't think I ever beat it as a kid. I may have, I honestly can't remember. I've never been good about actually beating games until recently. But nice and simple. I know that the style and everything hit harder when it was new. I remember it because I got this when it was new. I had so much fun with the like versus mode, so I'm sad I didn't get to like explore that, but I feel like it's worth mentioning that that was so fun when I was a kid. I do wish the new power-ups were a little bit more like useful or used more. I feel like they were a little glossed over. The turtle shell one is like, whenever you're playing an actual level, I feel like it's actually kind of a damnation sort of thing, but I know in the versus mode it's really fun. And it has a nice challenge as it progresses. I didn't go through and get the more like hidden worlds, so haven't 100% this either. I think as it goes, I keep having other games I want to play once I'm at the end of one, so that happened again with New Super Mario Bros., I am afraid. Next we have one I don't have physically yet. I played it on my SNES Mini, so it's like I kind of have it physically, but not really. I don't have a cartridge. And that is Kirby Superstar, which is the first game I've played through this year. I think I've always heard people hype up Superstar Ultra in specific, and I think I'm gonna try to get that soon, because I've heard it fixes one of my main complaints with Superstar, which is that it's very slippery. Like the controls are just kind of, I don't know, he doesn't handle very well, and that's frustrating. I put that some game modes are fun, some are annoying. I put that I really liked the treasure one in particular. I do know I had a problem with it. It felt a little bit Amazing Mirror-ish, which is unfortunately low on my tier of Kirby games, which I know is controversial. But I can't navigate. Like, Metroidvanias and me are not friends. I liked Ori and whatnot. I think that would count as a Metroidvania, but I do get lost, so. And I had a migraine when I first played Amazing Mirror, so I should probably give it another try, honestly. But I know that got to me a little bit in Superstar. Like, yeah, the last game mode where you're going through all the doors, I had no idea where I was. Like, I was just so confused and stressed out. The arena was very hard. I did beat it. I enjoyed that. It was easier to beat because if I really needed to, I could make save states, so. Yeah, I put it's not very high on my tier list of Kirby games just because the controls are very slippery, so I feel like if I got Superstar Ultra, I might enjoy it a little more. Next we have Kirby Squeak Squad, which was a childhood Kirby game for me. I love this game. I think it's a little bit lower just because, you know, I've already played it before, but I have been, you'll notice there's a lot of Kirby games. I've been trying to actually buy and beat all the Kirby games, because naturally, I love the little guy. So lots of Kirby this year. It kind of has a slow early game, I feel like, but I had fun exploring around in it. I feel like the rats are like a fun concept, like it's so weird. The squeaks, if you will. Some levels were weirdly short, but like it was fine. I did notice that. And then it's like, it kind of had the thing where you did have to replay some of them, but sometimes it was fun because you'd get to explore different like parts of the level, but then some were just annoying. Like it was definitely a hit or miss on the level design on this one. I do like the tummy storage concept a lot. Like it was just kind of the gimmick, stores items in there, you can mix them, save them for later. I'm like, that's a good DS gimmick. For the touchscreen. The sub-games are meh, and I played the smallest amount of the extra mode, but yeah, it's just we're playing with a timer from what I could tell, which I don't like timers, so didn't beat that. We'll probably go back to it once I decide I want to 100% all the Kirby games, which is bound to happen, but for now I just want to beat them all, which I almost have. We're just missing one. Next we have LittleBigPlanet 2, which me and Ryder played together, which I think gave it the boost over Squeak Squad, because I think if I was playing it alone, like Squeak Squad would be higher, but I really enjoyed playing this with him. It's very creative level design. I like how like customizable like your little guy is, and like the stickers and whatnot. I don't know, it's just really cute. It's really very creative. And the worlds felt very unique to other games as well. The machines you controlled were really fun. I really enjoyed those parts every time they popped up. My only like complaint with it was the controls felt very floaty to other platformers I'm used to. Like, I don't know, it was definitely a learning curve, I feel like, getting used to this game. It just kind of controlled a little awkwardly, at least in my opinion, compared to other platformers. And the final boss was really hard just because of like a hitbox issue, which I did not appreciate. Like there were so many times we would hit where we were supposed to hit and it just didn't like register, and it was like frustrating because I could see it with my eyes, but the game was like, nope, didn't count. So that was frustrating, but overall had a good time playing LittleBigPlanet 2. I'm sorry I'm not really getting into what these games are about very much, by the way. I'll maybe put gameplay footage in if I have time when I'm editing this, but this is, you know, just my thoughts on them anyway. Next we have a game that unfortunately I don't have physically. Played it on Switch Online, which is Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. I actually played most of this on stream. Maybe not most. I played a lot of it on stream. And learned that old Zelda games are not good games for streaming. Because I get really nervous when I stream, and that makes me kind of forgetful, and I feel like just downright ditzy, you know what I mean? So, puzzle games like that, I had more fun when I was just playing it on my own, you know? But I love old 2D Zelda, so I was really excited to get to this one. I did keep getting confused on which, like, time I was in. Like, every now and then I'd get a little mixed up, but it was overall a very cool mechanic, swapping in between time to progress. I subtracted some points from its score, apparently, for the Tokay Island that I had to do on lack of sleep on stream. And the item swapping, it gets really old that you have to like swap it between the two buttons, which I get limitations for the time, but I'm still holding that against it. I love Moosh. I specifically wrote down that I love Moosh. I would die for Moosh. And the animal friends in general are so silly. Like, what was up with Nintendo in this era? And their little animal friends. Like, Kirby had them too. I wrote that I think the game gets even better after that. I feel like it got better as it progressed. Maybe it's because I stopped streaming, but who knows? I think the dungeons and exploration are pretty clever, though I definitely did have to use walkthroughs every now and then, but that's how it goes. A lot of that was me not wanting like people to have to watch me stare at a wall while I was on stream, but you know. But yeah, I like the idea of linked games as well. I hope that works on NSO. I'm not sure if it does, but that will be interesting once I get to Oracle of Seasons, which hopefully won't be too long. I bet it'll be in next year's video. Okay, next we have one that is actually 2 games. So I tried to like link them together for their rating, but that is Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. This would go lower if it was just 3D World and much higher if it was just Bowser's Fury. Like in 3D World, I got frustrated with the perspective. Like I got 3D World around when it came out. I mean, I got my Wii U in like 2015, I think, so I think it was a little after, but I never beat it just because the perspective was like throwing me off for some reason. I don't know why, because like Kirby and the Forgotten Land is one of my favorite games, and I feel like it has a similar perspective, but in Mario, it was just like throwing me off. I don't know why. But yeah, there were parts, especially on like the bigger boss fights, where I just like couldn't really tell where I was, which was frustrating. And I don't like that the time limit's still there. There is a Mario game that got rid of it, that I'm about to talk about, that, good, I'm glad we're past. I don't like timed stuff in any game, really. I do like the power-ups a lot, of course, like you can be a cat, like, of course. But I know I had fun with that. Bowser's Fury, though. Oh my god. Bowser's Fury was so good. I loved how you could store the power-ups. Speaking of power-ups, that was really nice. The open world, like, concept of it, I don't feel like it was, like, super necessary, but it was cool, it was interesting. I like how they did it. They did it much better than Pokemon. I love the ominous vibes, too. Like, when Bowser's, like, the storm's starting up, giant Bowser's about to show up, like, it actually kind of creeped me out. But the levels were really fun. I loved the exploration in it as well. You know, that's always a big point for me. Unfortunately, Bowser did become annoying at the end, where he would just like spam show up, and then at one point he wouldn't go away. And it's like he was throwing lasers at me like every 2 seconds. And I'm like, how am I supposed to explore to find the last like cat shine thing, whatever it was. Like that got kind of old at the end, but going all big, like Goku looking Mario to fight Bowser was always fun. But yeah, the end boss was great. I loved riding around on, I always forget his name, the little dinosaur, like water dinosaur. Not Yoshi, I know Yoshi. I don't know if I have his name written down in the notes, but that was fun. I could definitely see myself 100%ing at least Bowser's Fury later. I don't know if I'd do 3D World or not. The in-game levels of 3D World were very hard. I did beat these, like most of these later games I beat. If I didn't beat it, it was generally because I didn't like it, so it was lower on the list. Or didn't like some aspect of it, at least. But yeah, I really recommend this one. Do I have time to talk about another game before my camera cuts out? We shall see. Ah, we have Mario Wonder, the Mario game that did get rid of the timer. Me and Ryder had gotten this a couple of Christmases ago and played through it together, and the multiplayer is so fun, but we never ended up beating it. So I went through on my own and was playing it, but he would still hop in every now and then. But the whimsy, beautiful. I love the Wonder Flower. Like, this is such an interesting, like, Mario game. It once again, I felt the ADHD being deposited into my brain, but I don't know, the gameplay just really mixed up levels. Like, I don't know, every level was an adventure and I loved it. The art style was incredible. Like, it just felt like an iPad child's fever dream. Like, it was crazy. The last stage and the boss fight were really fun. Not challenging, like this game wasn't, it had its hard points. Like, it can be hard if you 100% it, but the end boss wasn't hard, but it was really fun. Like, even the end credits are fun. I had that written down. But yeah, the Switch has done it again. Like, the Switch has so many bangers. The Switch 2 does too, so far. I put that it might be my favorite 2D Mario game. I'm not convinced that it beats Mario 3, but it might. I'll have to sit on it a little longer and replay Mario 3. Okay, next we're gonna try to speedrun some of the the ones that are digital. We first have Fields of Mysteria, which I'm trying to find. My camera's about to shut off. Please don't do it. Fields of Mysteria is essentially Stardew Valley, but better, in my opinion. It has a magic system. The art style is incredible. I love the character design. It has Hayden and his chicken, and I love them so much. I played it before the wedding update, I think. I'm pretty sure that's in the game now. I need to replay it now that it's updated. Like, I think I was playing it, like, last February. It has a lot of quality of life things. I hate to keep comparing it to Stardew Valley, but it is like a Stardew Valley clone, essentially, so hard not to. I feel like Fields of Mysteria has more quality of life improvements over Stardew Valley, like not having to refill your watering can all the time, no time limits, which is a huge one. It feels a lot more chill. Maybe it'll have time limits in the future, I don't know, but you can just hold on to the quests as long as you want. Like, I don't know, I way prefer it. The magic system was cool, I can't wait to delve into that more. I put that I love the art style and the museum system as well. And I have been planning on replaying this one, like I said. I don't know if I want to wait till it's like fully released though. This is just like a early access thing, so if you're not into that, you might wait, but yeah, it was really good. Next we have World of Warcraft Undermine, which is all goblin themed and it added Mario Kart. And I'm not into the goblins, but like, they did it really well. Like, it was really fun, a really unique, like, it wasn't a whole expansion, it was a patch, I'm including those as well, to an expansion, but the driving the car around, that was enough for me to love it. I'm realizing I think I forgot to put the other World of Warcraft patch, Koresh, down. I think I wrote about it, but I didn't put it in my listing. But I did play that too, but it was much lower. Anyway, Undermine feels like a actual city, which is nice. It's so big. which, I mean, it is the whole patch zone, so you would hope so. But the goblins and the world building are so delightfully silly. I really liked it. Let me see if I can find Koresh as well real quick before my camera dies. Yeah, it gave too big of a Shadowlands stank. That's the main note I have on it. Like, Koresh itself is cool. I like that it added new Demon Hunter lore, and of course we're getting that new spec with the next expansion. I'm a Demon Hunter main, and I'm excited for it, because in a lot of games I love going in between melee and range, so I think that's gonna be like perfect for me. But yeah, it didn't stand out to me too much, Koresh, anyway. Dimensius was a really cool raid boss though, that was really cool. And then we have more World of Warcraft, which this one I haven't technically beaten yet, it's still ongoing, but that is Legion Remix, which is just bringing back the expansion Legion, putting a remix on it, shortening the amount of time that it's available to play. Legion is my favorite expansion. I unfortunately didn't get to play it while it was the active expansion, but I love Illidan, I love Demon Hunters, the Legion's like the boss, like the enemy in World of Warcraft, or at least it was for so long that it was all building up to. So it's like nice to get to experience that alongside other people. However, I'm definitely running into the issue where I'm having too many adult responsibilities and a lack of time to get very far in Lemix, and it's unfortunate because I think it's gonna be over soon, and I'm like, I'm still in Suramar, girl, like slow down. But it does feel very rewarding to play through Lemix. I like all the bronze you get and can redeem like mounts and like furnishing for, which I'm so excited about housing in World of Warcraft, but that'll probably be more in next year's video. But yeah, the systems that go with it, like being able to essentially set difficulty and whatnot, just, I'm having a good time. Okay, I found a 40-minute video to delete, so hopefully that'll be enough time to finish this one. We shall see. Next we have Yakuza Zero, which you may have heard me talk about a little bit on this channel. I actually watched Ryder play this. This is another one of those things. I watched him play the entire game, so I'm like, I think that counts. So I quote-unquote beat it. He beat it. We had never played a Yakuza game before, but we had seen like some videos put up that just made it look incredible, which it is. It's this high up, like it deserves to be high up on my ranking, but it's like you're playing this serious like mafia guy, where there's two of them in this, but Kiryu's where it's at. I love Kiryu. Majima's fine too, but I love the concept that you're this serious like mafia guy and you're going through all these like horrible traumatic things, but then all the side content's like the goofiest stuff in the world. Like it's so delightfully charming, like the writing in it is incredible, like both like humor-wise, but also the main storyline, which is very serious, is also incredible. But the mini games and whatnot too, like it's just so good. The story's like a little bit hard to follow in places, but not too bad. It's so well done. It's so emotional, like parts of it made me want to cry. I don't think it quite stuck the landing like I was hoping it would, which is unfortunate. And I can't speak very much for the combat since I wasn't controlling it, but it looked like it was a lot of fun. Like, especially Majima's like breakdance style, like that was so fun to watch. But oh my god, if you've never played a Yakuza game, this is the place to start. Do it. This is so good. Like, we really want to get into the series now. And I would just for Kiryu alone. I love Kiryu so much. He's one of my favorite characters in any game now. Next we have Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, which I honestly thought about making a whole video over. Maybe I still will someday if I ever have the time for it. This, oh my god. If you've never played a Kirby game, I honestly recommend Return to Dreamland Deluxe in particular. I think I have a bird clock, sorry. It's going off. It went off right before I started filming this video, so it has officially been an hour. Anyway, this is like, on its own, like, Return to Dreamland without the Deluxe is just your most, like, standard Kirby game, but in a way that it's like, it feels like it's been perfected, you know what I mean? Like, this is the epitome of Kirby games. I still need to do the extra mode and the true arena in this, but beyond that, I have done everything and 100% it in the process. But this is honestly one of my favorite Kirby games now. Like, looking back, I feel like maybe I should have put it a little higher on the list, but all of these games that are at the end, they're all so good, so it's really hard to say. The combat in this feels amazing. All the power-ups are amazing. It's like, it's one of those things where the combat, like, you can learn it more than you can other Kirby games. Like, he has more moves per ability, so it's like, yeah, you can get by just on, like, hitting A, but what if you try other combos? And you can get really good at, like, the different power-ups. So it's, like, really satisfying to try to perfect and master. Like, that just leads to having a very good sense of progression. I feel like I enjoyed the exploration with this, of course. very important to me, but a huge thing for why I advocate to play Deluxe in particular is the epilogue. Like, Magolor is already one of my favorite Kirby characters now, but that epilogue, like, really sold him. It was so much fun. Like, getting to, like, go for the combat points and, like, improve your skills, like, unlock more skills. Like, it was so fun to do. I put that arena was pretty easy. I got gold on my first try, but we will definitely see how that holds up with the true arena. I'm always scared of the true arena. I always put it off. In, like, every Kirby game that there's a true arena. Even the arena in general, I'm usually kind of scared of, but yeah, it was pretty easy in this. I love that it has a little sibling mode, because Ryder was able to, like, jump in and out and just tinker around a little bit. But it definitely is more so meant for little siblings, because it is pretty baby-fied. The mini-games are incredible too, like the whole, like, another thing with Deluxe, I think it adds more mini-games and whatnot. Or I know it does. Those are so fun. Like, the best mini-games out of any Kirby game. But yeah, it was a really fun, like, challenge trying to collect all the masks and whatnot, like, unlock everything, complete all the missions. I had a really good time doing that. But yeah, highly, highly recommend Return to Dreamland Deluxe. And then next we have Super Mario Sunshine, which I think I did bring up in last year's video because I was, like, worried that Odyssey was going to take the crown for my favorite 3D Mario game. It didn't. Sunshine's still my favorite. Does it deserve to be my favorite? Perhaps not. Part of it could be nostalgia, but a big part of it is setting. I love Isle Delfino. Like, if they don't make the third Mario movie set on Isle Delfino, like, what's even the point? Like, it's such a believable setting, which I've mentioned before, I really like. Like, even in my Nintendo games, like, I want to feel like I'm in an actual place. But one thing I was worried that it would, you know, not be my favorite anymore is because of how rude Sunshine is. But guess what? I'm better at this now. I was so good at this. Like, I don't mean to brag, but I beat the Sandbird on my second try. And I only lost on the first try because I jumped over to get a blue coin. I would have beat it on my first try. Like, I'm actually good at Mario Sunshine, at least good enough. I'm no speed runner or anything, like, but, like, I'm actually good at it now, and I'm like, yes! Like, yeah, the secret levels still are frustrating, but I did fine on those too. I had a great time playing through this again. But yeah, like, I think the Sunshine has, like, maybe Luigi's Mansion 1, I'm not sure. Sunshine and Luigi's Mansion are up there on my Nintendo games of having the best setting. And, like, especially being in a platformer, that it's like a spot you can explore around, it is believable. It just makes me happy. Sorry, I'll never not ramble about how much I love Isle Delfino. I love how Mario controls in Sunshine with Flood though. Of course, there are the levels where Flood gets taken away and then it's kind of a mess, and the game has its moments, but part of my enjoyment sometimes of Mario games is yelling at them. That's why I like Mario 64. Why else would anybody like it? I wanted to 100% this so bad because I've 100% 64. Galaxy, technically, I haven't gone back through to play as Luigi, but I do plan on doing that. Odyssey, I was trying until I realized how hard Odyssey was to 100%, but it feels like a sin not to do it with Sunshine. But Oblivion Remastered came out, which we are about to talk about, and naturally, I beat this game, but I dropped it pretty fast after because of that. So I'm gonna go back at some point and 100% this. Maybe it'll be in next year's video. This is a good summertime game for me, because your girl gets seasonal depression, and trying to romanticize it with silly little summery games helps. Like, seasonal depression, like, in the summer, anyway. Bit reversed from the usual, but yeah. I love Sunshine. I get why a lot of people don't, though. Then we have another favorite, and that is, of course, Kirby's Adventure. I played through this on Steam, made that whole, or stream. I said dark again, stop being dark. It is a cloudy day, which I feel like adds to the vibes, but I'm sorry if the lighting's been all over the place. My living room has very big windows. But Kirby's Adventure, I count as my first game I've ever played because it's the first game I ever remember beating. I've been playing games since before I had a memory. I didn't take many notes on this game since I do have a whole video about it. If you want to watch that, you watch that. But this game is just like the ultimate nostalgia trip for me. The art, the sound design, everything about it makes me so happy. I love the level design. It all makes me so happy. But like I said, I made a video on it. I won't blab about it. Then next we have Mario Kart World, which I count as beat because I got the credits to roll, but you know, it's Mario Kart World. I was trying to, like, I don't want to say 100% it. I was just exploring free roam to its fullest. I love free roam in this. Like, this is an incredible Mario Kart game. I feel like a lot of people turned on it because of the intermissions online, but I don't play online. At least I haven't yet. Maybe I should. But I really enjoy Mario Kart World. I really do. I feel like the free roam, like, it instills, like, that childlike feeling of wonder. And just, I don't know. There's 2 games that I played this year that really just like made me feel like a kid again, and this is definitely one of them. Like, little me would have been so happy. Because you know how, like, especially in like Mario Kart 64, like you could go on the train tracks on the deserty course, or like go up to Peach's castle and all that. Like that's just free roam in this. Like it's so cool. I do get people's complaints if they wish free roam had more in it. More to unlock and whatnot, but I feel like the reward to me was the exploration, like the journey, you know? Not to be so like deep, but yeah. I like the new courses as well, though I do get why people are complaining about the intermissions. What I wish they had done is the Grand Prix stayed normal, like 3 laps of a course, but then Knockout Tour had the intermissions where you would drive through it. You know, that feels like it makes more sense to me. Like, the intermissions aren't the most exciting, so it's kind of sad they did focus so much on them. Or maybe they didn't focus on them enough, because they're not interesting enough. But I love the character costumes, too. Unlocking all of those was really fun. Rainbow Road in this is incredible as well. Like, that was a whole journey. Like, oh my gosh. I wish the characters, like, had a sub-menu for their costumes, though. Like, I feel like it's, especially by default, it's weird how it's organized. I always at least organize it to be like by character, but you have to scroll so long, and it's weird the default's just kind of more so like by costume. But yeah, I feel like, especially with the ability to like ride on walls and all that, like it's been really fun to try to master all the little tricks with everything. I need to learn some of the sweaty paths in this game still. I have been watching a lot, like me and Ryder mostly watch YouTube on the same account. And our YouTuber of the year was Shortcat, because we just watched so much Mario Kart because it's so fun to watch. I feel like I've watched more than I've played, and I think I've got at least like 40 hours out of this so far. So yeah, it's a good time. I recommend it. I get why some people have complaints, but I feel like most of that's like, to me, the free roam makes up for it to me, because I love the free roam. Now the sun's coming out and it's gonna be like harsh. We really gotta get through this. Now I'm gonna have to take a thumbnail picture in this. This is rude. Okay, the next one is huge. It is, of course, the DLC for my favorite Kirby game, which, honestly, like, this would be higher up if it wasn't just the DLC, if that makes sense. Like, I was really excited for this coming out, but it was, like, really short and everything, so I don't feel like it deserves to be above the next few games in the list. But, yes, that is, of course, and don't mind the long title, Kirby and the Forgotten Land Nintendo Switch 2 Edition plus Star-Crossed World. But we're just mostly ranking this on Star-Crossed World, which I also played on stream. It was very short, which also I feel like docked at some points. Like, I think, yeah, it took me 4 hours to beat, but like, maybe about 8 hours. Oh, Noodle's sneezing in the background, that's so sad. But maybe like 8 hours to 100%, which I did do. The theming of this was amazing. Like, if you know me, you know how much I love, like, space, like, galaxy vibes and all of that. Like, my galaxy projectors and everything. A lot of the stuff in this room that you can't see is, like, moons and stars and stuff like that. But yeah, it was definitely a little bit too short, in my opinion. The new mouthful mode abilities are really fun. I really like the spring one and the one where you're, like, sliding, where you're, like, a signpost. The gear one was a little frustrating and clunky, but it worked. But yeah, Forgotten Land was already my favorite Kirby game, so I'm so glad it got more content. I just wish that they had, like, added more, like, regular abilities as well, and, like, upgrades for some of the other ones and the new ones, so I feel like they could have done a little bit more with it. But also, the final boss, and, like, 100%ing it. I haven't even touched the extra arena thing. I'm so scared of that. But, like, yeah, it was really fun. It was such a nice challenge. Like, one of the harder Kirby bosses, which is appreciated. Okay, I think I'm about to shock a few people that there are still 3 games above this next game. But hear me out. This is another one I've been meaning to make a full video on, but just have not had the time, which is unfortunate. Now I feel like I've missed the mark, so I don't know if I should even bother. Like, I have the video recorded, I just needed to edit it all together, and it was going to be a long edit, but I don't know if I even should anymore. But that is Oblivion Remastered. I know, Oblivion is, or at least was, We shall see. My favorite game. I started playing it in 2007, like a year after it came out. I was 10 years old. That game took over my life. It still has a hold on me. Like, the Elder Scrolls in general is like my favorite series. Couldn't tell. But the reason that Oblivion is not higher up is just because this is a remake of it, of course. So I was very excited for it, but I feel like I'm in this spot with the Elder Scrolls right now where I'm frustrated because we keep getting Skyrim, like, over and over. We just recently got another Skyrim, even after Oblivion Remastered, so it's like, them kind of, like, shoving Oblivion off to some other studio to just make it look a little nicer just didn't quite scratch the itch. That being said, this is now my favorite way to play Oblivion. Like, it looks incredible, but it also loses some points in that I feel like it introduced more glitches, and not the fun, silly kind, and didn't fix many. I'm gonna close the shears on these curtains real quick. Maybe that'll help a bit. I don't want to close them entirely, but I'm like, girl, where'd my clouds go? Like, it felt like coming home, but like, perhaps a bit to an estranged family, you know what I mean? I did play this on my Series X, so I didn't really have a lot of the performance issues that I hear other people were getting. It worked great on my Series X. I wrote that I had some frame drops, and of course some glitches, but yeah, it performed fine. I feel like I put a note that I feel like they made the gear breakdown faster. I'm not sure if they did or not, but yeah. I like that. I'm sorry, this is kind of, I feel like it's all over the place. This is just notes I was taking as I was playing through the game, so I'm kind of flip-flopping around, but back to the graphics. They look beautiful, but why are they so desaturated? Like, it looks like Cyrodiil's going through a drought, and it's like kind of depressing. Like, your girl loves color. Like, I know I say that in front of white walls. This will be painted soon, but like, based on how my game room, my PC room is, like, I love a lot of color. And I don't know, like, it kind of looked depressing. And I feel like this is another, like, kind of nitpick, but it was kind of disappointing, I feel like. Yeah, I saw other women complaining about, is that it feels like they really, like, de-feminized a lot of the, like the character models and the outfits for them. Like, they just got rid of Sheogorath's regalia, like, dress option, which makes me sad, because I use that dress a lot. I love that dress. Like, I like it more than the, like, regular, like, male one. So, like, I don't know, like, I feel like that was kind of weird. Let women be hot, please. But anyway, the Flame Atronac was. I was playing through it really slow. I did literally everything that I could, like, all the, like, skill quests, everything, like, every storyline. So I consider that I 100% complete it. And to finish it all off, I did the Shivering Isles at the very last, and, maybe they fixed it now, but Jiggalag was up to a point where whenever you would fight him, it would just break your game, like it would crash no matter what. I got around it by continuously waiting and trying to get through a door as fast as possible, but every time he would go to speak and monologue, it would crash your game. It was really weird, but yeah, I love Oblivion. Like I said, one of, if not my favorite game of all time. I feel like the remastered, like, they should have added horse combat. They didn't need to take away my favorite dress in the game. They didn't have to desaturate everything. Like, it could have been a better remake. You get what I mean? Then next we have my third top game of the year. And game of the year doesn't necessarily have to be games that came out this year, of course, but mine did end up being that. You probably know what it is already. Anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Donkey Kong Bonanza. This game was so much fun. Like, breaking through everything was incredible. I love how, like, cinematic it is, and, like, everything about the animation and the music, like, just the presentation on this, so good. The gameplay is so much fun. It controls amazingly. The exploration is fun and rewarding. I like being able to dress up my monkey and everything. Boss fights are too easy. That's definitely a complaint I have, but, like, it's fine. It kind of just feels like a power trip, I guess. But the end boss, like, got really hard and, like, is one of Nintendo's best, honestly, in my opinion. I can tell that 100%ing it, too, would be a nice challenge, and I might go back and do that someday, but I specifically wrote I beat it a few days before Star-Crossed Worlds came out. So I haven't 100%ed it yet. It keeps happening, I know. But I honestly recommend Bonanza so much. Like, so much love for this game. It would have been my game of the year that had come out this year. I do have 2 games that are above it for me, but I don't know, everything about it. It makes me so happy. I'm glad Donkey Kong's getting the love he deserves. Then next we have another one that I unfortunately do not have a cartridge of because it's expensive, but I do have it on my SNES Mini. And let me tell you how much this game took over my brain. Like, it was my game of the year until last month. And that is Earthbound. Now, I've been curious about Earthbound pretty much my whole life because, like, I was a fan of Smash when I was a kid and didn't know who Ness was. But I like that he kind of had, like, Animal Crossing vibes, you know what I mean? Like, kind of just, like, he just always kind of had, like, that neighborhood kid nostalgia, you know? But let me tell you, this game, the music in it, the best. I love the gameplay. The writing in it, astonishing. Like, so silly, but, like, in the best way. And this game makes me feel nostalgic for something I never experienced. Like, it feels like you're just, like, this little 90s kid wandering around, but yeah, alien invasion and all that. I don't know how to explain it, but it just made my heart feel so happy. The dialogue in this game is perhaps my favorite out of any game. Like, I keep snickering at, like, the third best in every video I make, and it's because of this stupid game. The combat, like I said, is really fun. It's not too grindy. I don't feel like it's too particularly difficult. It has its moments. It has its moments. The SNES, like, save states, or the SNES Mini save states did come in handy sometimes, but that also, I might not feel like it's as grindy because I had apparently just come off of Pokemon SoulSilver after playing this, but then you get to the end boss. The way you have to beat the final boss was so, like, oh my god. I can't say it because I don't want to spoil it because I want you all to go play Earthbound. I know it's not the easiest game to get your hands on, but try your best because it is so worth it, and there is a reason it's a cult classic now, because I am now a huge fan, and I want to get into the other Mother games so bad now. Bring back the Mother series, just because I love just Earthbound so much, but I'm gonna try Earthbound Beginning soon. Mother 3, I'll have to figure out something. And then, of course, my game of the year, to no one's surprise, Kirby Air Riders. It's everything I hoped for and more. Kirby Air Ride, I think, was already my favorite Nintendo game. Like, it changes a little bit every now and then. It's hard to say. I have little bells on my earrings, by the way, if you can hear them. I don't know if you can, but I'm jingling them. But oh my god. Air Riders is just so thought out and perfected, and the gameplay loops are just so much fun that I'm like, this is like the perfect game for me. Like, Oblivion's my favorite game in such a completely different way to how this is also my favorite game because they are completely different games. But this game, like, I could pick up anytime, anywhere, and always, like, with anybody and just always have a blast. Like, this is my go-to now. Like, Air Ride already was, but this now is. Like, if I have people over, like, we're playing this. It's just so fun. And not to mention, it's so dark. It has a single player mode, which is already incredible because Air Ride was kind of locked. Like, I'd play it a lot when I had friends over, a little bit on my own, but not as much. This has a single player mode, and it's incredible. Road Trip is so much fun. I've already beaten it like 3 or 4 times. I know. My neighbor's beagle is barking now, and I hope you can't hear him. He sounds horrible. Not during Kirby Air Riders, please. But the cinematics in this game look astonishing, and they are so messed up, like in a good way, like a dark way. Like, Kirby games, usually at the end, you know, there's some eldritch horror, you fight a dark god or whatever. This game starts off like halfway through being messed up. Like, it is dark. Like, there's one cutscene in particular, the one with the spiders, if you know what I mean. Every time I have a friend over that doesn't quite understand what Kirby is, I'm like, you need to watch this cinematic in particular so you understand the vibes. It's not just happy cutesy platforming, it is fun and dark, and I love it so much too. Like, you just gotta peel back the layers a little bit of Kirby games, and that's part of the joy of them. But oh my god, the visuals in this, like the UI, like everything about it so well done. Like, the game is beautiful, like even just like the race courses, the city trial map is incredible. The music is amazing. Like, this whole game just feels like a love letter to the Kirby series. Like, Mario Kart World kind of does too, but like, I can just tell so much thought went behind every single little aspect of this game. Top Ride mode is so much more fun than it was in the original. Honestly, like, all the modes are, like, Top Road in particular really gotta glow up, but it just has so much content. Like, this game will keep me entertained for the next 20 years that, you know, it took for this game to come out since Air Ride. I specifically wrote, like, my notes for this are just me, like, slamming against the keyboard, I think. Like, I wrote that I love this game so much my stomach hurts, it makes me want to cry. And it's all mistyped. All these horrors and I'm just a silly little Waddle Dee in a cowboy hat. That's true. Like, you're in these horrific cutscenes, but you're a Waddle Dee or a Kirby or whatever, and you can wear silly little hats. I was a Waddle Dee in a cowboy hat. Now I'm the yellow Waddle Dee with the eggshell, so I look like an egg. That's my main now. That and the wheelie scoop. Yes. But the city trial events, the stadium events, everything going with that, because we know city trial is the main game mode. Like, all of that adds so much. I have been playing a lot of local multiplayer. I've been forcing my friends to play with me and Ryder, but also there's an online mode. So I can just play Kirby Air Ride eternally, at least until they shut off the servers. I could go on forever about how much I love this game. It definitely has a learning curve to it. It's like the controls are very similar, but it's very different. Like, the whole game, like Kirby Air Ride in general, is just very different to any other game, except for that one, like, Smash Bros. 3DS, like, mode, because it was pretty much city trial from Air Ride. Just dang, Sakurai knows how to make a game. Ooh. So yeah, this might be my favorite game in the world. It's hard to say because it and Oblivion are so different. Please play it. If you have a Switch 2, please play it. If not, I was saying in my Switch 2 like video where I got one that I wasn't sure if it was worth it yet. It's worth it now because Kirby Air Ride's on it. Air Riders is on it. And if you get this game, please join my Discord and we should play it together at some point because it's so fun. Like, I'm gonna get so many, like, I think I already have like 35, 40 hours in it, and it just came out, and whenever it came out, there's been like a couple weeks where I haven't even really been able to play it, but any chance I get, I'm no-lifing this game. So, yeah! I've almost recorded for another 40 minutes, so I need to shut up! Anyway, I would love to know, if you've made it this far through the video especially, what games you've played this year, what your game of the year is, what games you're excited for next year. I was thinking about talking about that at the end of this video. I mean, I can speedrun it. I'm about to play Ocarina of Time, like, all the way through. I'm excited to finally do that because I know it's beloved. But also, like, Tomodachi Paradise coming out. That's huge. I'll briefly touch on those two at least. So I feel like there's a lot of exciting games and movies, like movies about games, coming out in the next couple of years, so I'm excited. But yeah, I'd love to know what you've been into as well. Love to discuss it, or if you have any opinions on any of the games I've played, let me know how you felt about them too. Love starting a conversation. But yeah, if I manage to upload this before Christmas, which I kinda doubt, I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas if you celebrate it, and absolutely a Happy New Year as well. Hopefully 2026 is a good one. Maybe it'll be the year we finally hear about Elder Scrolls 6, at least a little. But yeah, happy holidays and all of that, assuming I upload this in time, but I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.